Welcome back, Geico Outkick Studios. Wildness in last night's election. It's still undecided. By the way, I might as well mention this. Wildness in the Dallas Cowboys as well. How about Andy Dalton's out with a concussion and he tests positive for COVID? What a ridiculous combo that is, such that the Cowboys now find themselves on their third or fourth string quarterback. They're not even sure who's going to play quarterback. I think they got like three or four guys that they're considering now. Again, the latest on the election, if you're just waking up, Joe Biden has taken a very small, tenuous 7,000 vote lead in Wisconsin. Trump continues to lead in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina. He would need to win all four of those states in order to win the presidency. So he has to maintain his lead there. Betting markets have now shifted back in favor of Joe Biden. You can keep us updated on that, Dub, as people are waking up across the country and deciding to place their wagers. It's been a wild ride. A lot of you want to weigh in. Let's go to the VIP phone line. Who's up first?
Fred in Florida.
Fred, what you got for me?
Good morning. Did you even go to sleep last night?
I slept. I don't really know if I ever fell asleep, but I think my eyes were closed for like an hour. So, I woke back up. I mean, I was just kind of fascinated. I didn't know if they were going to keep updating the election tallies all through the night. So it's hard when your phone is right there beside you not to reach over and just check and see if anything's changing. So, no, I mostly was awake. I might have gotten an hour.
Yeah, I shut everything off at around 11 o'clock and figured it'd be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
But what I was calling was I had from my fantasy football leagues to everything, people hitting me up trying to figure out who I voted for or trying to vote shame me. So in the spirit of it, I went ahead not as I went to vote. I live here in South Florida, so you have a lot of college students mixed with the older population. So I actually wore my Dinosaur onesie to go vote.
Your Dinosaur onesie? Yeah.
Yep. I wore a Dinosaur onesie to go vote because I figured a dinosaur can eat up a elephant or a donkey. And the only thing I had to do was take the hoodie part off, and I was sitting there in line with my tail, and I'll probably send that photo to the Outkick site.
Yeah, that is thanks for the call. That is American democracy at its finest, a man voting while dressed as a dinosaur. That is actually pretty wild. I went there was no line. Did you guys vote? Did people vote on the show?
Yeah, yesterday afternoon.
You voted in person. What about you, Dub?
I voted earlier last week in person.
Did you vote, Eddie?
I did. I dropped it off.
Did you vote, Roberto?
Yeah, I also dropped it off on Saturday.
Yeah, so I went in person yesterday. I guess I was or you went to, Danny G, you said in person. There was nobody there. I think so many people had early voted and so many people had absentee voted, at least in my neighborhood. I went around lunchtime. I was literally the only voter there. So I had like a 3-minute wait. And look, I live in Tennessee, so many of us out there live in states where it wasn't going to be very competitive at all. And some of you right now are obviously living in states where it's super competitive, but so that sometimes can factor in where hey, on the national level, it's not really going to matter that much who I vote for president. But that's kind of wild in and of itself. I mean, to be the only person in a polling place. They said they were busy in the morning and they said they were busy in the evening, but not during the middle part of the day. Who's up first on the phone lines, Dub?
Yeah, we got Bubba Scout Reb in Colorado.
All right, Bubba, what's up?
Well, we're all Dallas Cowboy fans, but we're stuck here in Colorado in a road game. We're the U.S. Pentagon's first team to talk about the election, and we tell them at the White House, we said, don't worry, it's going to be overturned, whatever they throw out. It's all false ballots and stuff like that. But our team is big on offense, and that's what we believe in. You know, if Bubba was running the Cowboys now, she'd get one of them mad bomber-type quarterbacks in there. That's what they need. They got to go deep every time. I mean, they got the offensive,
specialist there. You think Bubba is starting his day or finishing his day?
Both.
He's still hammered he's overnight.
Yeah, I think that is. I mean, if Bubba's not drunk, he has an unbelievable. Every now and then we get people who call on the show, and I'm like, "Are you drunk?" And they're like, "No, I just sound like this all the time." I mean, I guess there are some people who just sound drunk all the time, even if they haven't had anything to drink. Maybe Bubba's in that category. Good start, Dub. Way to bring the heat. Who's up next?
Absolutely. Let's go to Riley in Los Angeles.
Riley in L.A., what's shaking?
Hey, how you doing? I don't even see how it's close, the election.
Yeah, what do you base that on?
We need Trump. Trump should be killing this.
Oh, you have it. Yeah, thanks for the call. You just strongly feel like Trump should win, and I'm sure there's some people listening who strongly feel that Biden should win. I'm not really that interested in those calls, right? I mean, you had an opportunity to go voice your opinion as to who you think should be the president of the United States. I don't really need you to call into my show and tell me who you think should be the president of the United States.
That's like when
Michigan just got closer, Clay. 49% Trump, 48% Biden.
Well, again, I think that if the same trend lines apply as applied in Wisconsin, then I believe I'm correct in this. Trump won Wisconsin by around 30,000 votes, I think, and he won Michigan by 10,000 votes. So, and then I believe he won, and again, that's off the top of my head. I know he won Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin by a total of 77,000 votes. So Michigan was closer than Wisconsin. So you would think many of the same trend lines might apply. And I think what is happening, and again, I'm not an election analyst expert, but I think what is happening is those states may have gotten to their absentee ballots and their mail-in ballots last, right? So they started
that's
with
that's what I heard last night. Yeah, exactly.
So they started with the in-person vote.
Yes.
And now they're starting to get into the absentee ballots and the mail votes, which are more likely to favor Democrats because Republicans are more likely to vote in person. So if that switches, if Michigan flips, then Trump wouldn't have a path to the presidency anymore because he has to win. At least he has to win North Carolina, he has to win Georgia, he has to win Pennsylvania, and he would need to win either Wisconsin or Michigan in order to be elected president. Now, there are other pathways. Something crazy could happen in Arizona. Those votes could change, and that could alter the trajectory. But right now, Arizona has been called. And so, Dub, you can check the most recent updated odds and see if the newest batch there as Trump's lead is coming down in Michigan. That's been the big question, is where are those votes and what will the final results end up being when all of those votes are in. And obviously, a lot of those votes dropped in the middle of the night for Wisconsin. And oftentimes as well, those can be bigger cities, things like that.